Hey guys, my name is Lindsay Hay, and I just want to give you a quick rundown of my story, how I became a coach, and just a little bit about me for those of you who don't know me. So I am a wife to Jamie of a little over 7 years. I have two babies who aren't babies anymore. Evan is 5, Emlyn is 3, and I have one currently cooking due September 1st. And I first started off basically just as a regular mom who wanted to lose her baby weight. And my journey starts back in April of 2013 when my daughter at the time was 5 months old. And I was just at a place where I knew I needed to make some changes with my health. I just wasn't really eating right. I'd always been active in my past, but I was not being consistent exercising. And I just felt blah, tired, no energy. And I was just at a point where I knew I needed to make some changes. So at that same time, although I was uncomfortable with my physical body, I guess you could say, and how I felt, I was very comfortable in how I was living. Like I was just, taking care of my husband and my kids, working part-time as a nurse. All those things were great things, but I felt like I knew God was calling me to step out of my comfort zone, as He calls all of us to do that. Calls us to step out and to serve, and I was not doing that whatsoever. I put my kids to bed at night, and I'd get on the couch and watch numerous TV shows that I'd DVR'd, or I'd get on Facebook and scroll social media, and I just knew I was called to be doing something else, something that was pushing me to go outside of my comfort zone. And so I'd actually looked into volunteering at the Pregnancy Crisis Center or doing something with my church, but I couldn't really figure out where my niche was or where I was being called. And about that same time, I was scrolling through social media on my couch one night, and I saw a post on Instagram about a challenge group. And I was like, what is this challenge group? But it talked about, getting your health and nutrition back on track, and we'd hold each other accountable, and I was like, I need that. So I messaged the girl who actually was an old neighbor of mine. We just lost touch and really just stalked each other on Facebook. And I got the information, and I was at a point where I knew I'd pretty much do anything to get myself back on track, and so I committed. I basically committed to a workout program, Shakeology, and this accountability group. And I cannot tell you guys, within the first week, I felt incredible. I didn't even know how bad I was feeling until I started doing this group and consistently eating right, working out daily, drinking Shakeology, and was surrounded by women that were just lifting me up. And I was like, I need more of this in my life. This is awesome. And about that time, I'd say it was towards the end of the group, I asked the girl who invited me, hey, when's your next group? I have a friend who's interested. And at that point, she asked me, well, have you ever considered doing what I do? And it was like a light bulb, because in my head, I honestly hadn't thought about it. I don't know if it was just a dumb moment, but I thought, oh my gosh, this could be it. It scares the crap out of me, but I loved being encouraged, and I love encouraging other women, and fitness has always been a part of my life, even though I had kind of gotten in a rut. And so I thought this might be my thing. So I signed up to be a coach, honestly, just for the discounts at first, because I was like, I love this Shakeology, but I need to save some money. And so I just did it. So about a month or so in, I'm like, okay, I think I might try and run my own accountability group with my mom, my friend, and my mom's friend. So there were 3, 4 total of us in the group. And I kind of became addicted to it. I loved the community, and I loved helping other women start to feel how I was feeling. And so I just ran with it. I've done an accountability group every month since then. So over 3 years now. And so I'm going to fast forward a little bit. I kind of dabbled with the business, thinking oh, this could actually bring some, financial support to us and all of that. But I was just, like I said, dabbling. Well, my husband found out he got into CRNA school, which is nurse anesthetist school, and you cannot work. So he would be unemployed. So I was dreading going back to work full time as a nurse, thinking I'd have to put my kids in daycare and all that. So I thought, you know what, this is my chance. This is my chance to really make this into something. And I just started doing kind of the little things I'd already been doing, but I was doing them consistently and with more passion and with more dedication and more focus. And by the time he started school, so we kind of had a year in there, 9 months or so, that he found out he was getting in until he started. And I worked hard. I just really dug in, and I was able to stay part-time. So I didn't have to put my kids in daycare. My family helped out watching them. And so that first year of his schooling, I stayed part-time and then supplemented with Beachbody. So then fast forward another year as I was working, and the business just really, I think the biggest thing is like, you really have to work on yourself in this business, personal development, growing your confidence, stepping out of your comfort zone, and you're serving other people. So you yourself are growing as a person. I grew so much. I'm still growing. Let me just say that. But it got to the point where this was becoming something that I loved even more, and it was blessing us in more ways than I can tell you in a video. But while he was still in school, I went PRN as a nurse. Cut down, basically it just means as needed, so to 1 day every 2 weeks. And then May of this year, May of 2016, so my husband was just getting ready to graduate, I actually retired myself from nursing. I know that sounds kind of weird to say retiring myself before 30, but I retired myself. I wasn't passionate about what I was doing anymore. It was very, I love nursing. Let me just say that. But I was finding joy in helping people in a preventative lifestyle versus the other end of the spectrum. I was an ICU nurse, seeing like really hard stuff, and I was just getting so much joy in helping people and serving people in a different way. And so I was able to quit my job, and my husband still is unemployed. He's actually going to start his job September or October after we have the baby, after he takes his boards. He's still in clinicals right now, and we're using Beachbody to supplement our income. So that has been such a blessing to us, for one. And I don't ever want this to be all about the financial thing, the financial side of things, but the other thing I think that's such a huge part of what keeps me here is the people, the results, like people coming to me saying how good they feel, that they're off medication, and the friendships that have come. Like this community of women is something like I envisioned a long time ago. All these women that, you know, love the Lord and are seeking to serve other people, but also want to help their family and be home with their kids. And seeing it come to fruition has been like the biggest blessing I can tell you guys. And so I like to tell people this business is simple. Like I can give you the steps you need to make it work, but it's not easy. And I like to be upfront about that. It's not easy. It takes time. And new coaches get started and they're like, oh, I guess this does take a little more work than I thought. And I say, like, I told you it wasn't easy, but if you push through that beginning, that awkward stage where you feel like you're stepping out of your comfort zone and you're still starting your own health journey, if you push through that and persevere, like, you will be amazed at what this opportunity can do for you. You will be amazed by the women who are encouraging you daily. And I just can't say it enough. So I'm going to try and keep this short. I'm going to wrap this up here, but that's just kind of my story in a nutshell. And I would be more than happy to answer any questions you guys have. I'm an open book about this. And yeah, I think that's really what I wanted to get across to you guys and let you know, like, how my journey started. And I've been in this, like I said, over 3 years, and it's taken time and dedication, but I truly feel like this is where God has led me, and I love serving women this way, and also just like teaching and mentoring them how they can make this part of their life. So I hope this was helpful. I hope you feel like you know me a little bit better now, and please don't hesitate to ask questions. So thanks for listening, guys.